Now, spoiler alert, the fake new weapons are disappointing. But I really can't blame them, could I? Because it did say in the name that they're fake. But if you want a good version of the weapons, you should buy a knockoff. But not any knockoff. You should buy a knockoff that comes from my motherland. Because you guys know they're notorious for faking stuff. So if you buy a top-notch knockoff of the fake new weapons, so a fake version of a fake kit, then you will get a real one. How simple.
I thought to myself, I like China.
What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade fake new unit and fake new weapons from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. Now this is basically what the new Gundam would look like if you dissected it and put it on the Alice Earth Armor's armor rack. Now, so there's not really anything special to talk about, although I really do like the look of the armor, and I really like how the weapons are stored up there. Yeah, it is still friction, but I especially like the rifle. So let me take the backpack off and show you, because normally what I thought, because I haven't read the instruction manual thoroughly, I thought it was going to be stored on like this. Yes, it's feasible. However, the correct way to store it is to just slide it in there. Now make sure that the lines in the back, let me take off the head, actually goes flush with the rifle, and it is relatively tight. So yeah, but that means there's only one way to store it, and that's how you know you've done it correctly. Of course you can go without the dummy rifle, but yeah, you can just place it right here just so you do not lose anything in the storage process, which is pretty nice. Now that I've took off some of the parts that go onto the back piece over here, it's worth noting that the back piece is not the same piece as the Alice Earth Gundam, as far as I would like to believe, because they came on the same plate after all. Because look at this, the ball joint for the secondary head is on the bottom instead of on the top, and of course you do not have the slit to store the beam saber hand. And I don't think there's going to be an actual spot for the, yeah, there's not an actual spot for a stock extension. So yeah, this piece is completely different, which I almost overlooked, which is pretty nice. But then again, it's just the armor right here, and there's nothing really to talk about. Like, I could say that the build is pretty good, but then you do have some missing color ads, which mainly consist of the black on the front skirts and also the knees, but that's basically about it. The stickers they included are for the eye and also the cheeks and the top of the head over here. I think there's one in the back. Yeah, there's one in the back of the head. And then you do have the green one for the sensor over here. Never knew why the new Gundam needed that. And also a purple one over here. I did a really bad job, but it's alright. And of course you do have the green ones for the feet. And included in the weapons only, you do have one sticker for the dummy core spray gun. Now it's worth also noting that the weapons do come with a second one for a green alternative, because as far as I can tell from the line art, the fake new Gundam does actually use the original Alice core spray gun. However, it doesn't use a purple scope, it uses a green one. So that's gonna wrap it up for the armor. So before I dock it onto the Alice core Gundam, let's bring the Alice Earth armor on, just for a quick comparison. So apart from the armor and the weapons, you do get the, yeah, of course, the dummy spray gun, which does not have any pegs or anything for utility purposes, just like the one that came in the Merc 1 Gundam. However, you do also get the same adapter that we get multiple times over these weapon sets, the adapter to plug the core Gundam backpacks onto the Gundams that have a double peg system. So yeah, if you want more of these adapters, go right ahead. But after all, we're here to take a look at the docked form, so let's get right into that. So this is the fake new Gundam after all the common steps are done. So the only new step is to plug on the chest plate right here. So just plug it right on, and here you have the fake new Gundam in all of its fake glory. And to be honest with you guys, I am 50-50 on the design. I really love the asymmetrical head. I really like the redesign of the new armor, because yeah, it's kind of modernized in a way, but not really the way that the Beyond Global Gundam is. Well, modernizing it ruined the design, but here we have a pretty good design. It does fit Alice really well, and it does retain the significant characteristics of the original new Gundam. Now the one thing I'm a little bit iffy about is the feet over here. The feet are completely covered up in the Alice Earth 3 Gundam, but you can still see the little teeny cheeky claw trying to peek out and just grab somebody from the back. So Yeah, it is really iffy to me, but if you use the normal core Gundam in there, of course you will not have that issue. It's gonna be like semi-hidden, almost completely hidden, but you can still see a little bit of the cheeky claw trying to come out. And second of all is the hollow feet. Now I can already hear people asking, why are you focusing on the bottom of the feet? We will not see it most of the time anyways. Now there are some people that are going to be displaying this aerial, and to see the bottoms of the feet being hollow is just not a pleasant sight. So what I think it is supposed to be is that the feet are going to be filled in and there's going to be a foot thruster, just like the original new Gundam. Now, the Saturn Ace Gundam does have fully detailed wheels on the bottom of its feet, so why Bandai did not go ahead and just fill the detail in here and put in the feet thrusters is a little bit questionable. I don't know why, maybe just because they're lazy. Yeah, evidently, because there are 4 dummy funnels in this. Yeah, they just went lazy with the bottom of the feet and said that, oh, they're just going to be displaying it on the ground, they would not even see it, so we just skip on that, put in hollow pieces and that's it. And the third thing is the looseness of the front skirts. Now, what I'm using here is a fresh Alice core Gundam, and the new armor is fresh as well. And to see that the right front skirt is constantly falling off is a little bit disconcerting. Like, now the Alice core forms that I have, like the Earth 3 Gundam, it has loose front skirts, and of course this thing right here, even though it's fresh, it has loose front skirts. Now that's a common issue with all of the core Gundams, but not when it's fresh, so I don't know what is going on there. Hopefully that's an isolated case, so I'm not really going to judge on that too much. So let's move on to the weapons, because that's the major part that is going to get some people disappointed. First of all, we do have the beam saber on the top left from the screen. So this thing can already generate beam sabers from the hand, so why on earth do you need a physical beam saber? Not really too sure. The kit doesn't come with any beams, not the unit, not the weapons. None of them come with those glorious purple beams included in the outdoor Gundam. So all you're stuck with is basically just a beam saber handle. But if you have a sizable collection, you can put in any SB13 beams. Now, it's not going to bankrupt Bandai for putting in some purple beams inside a kit, but I really cannot think of a reason of why not include the beams. But then again, it's a physical beam saber for Alice to hold. So just in case Alice goes lazy and just doesn't want to generate the beams from the hands, he can have a physical option. Second of all, it is going to be the beam rifle right here. Now what I'm using here is the second Alice core spray gun that I have. Now the reason I did not put in the scope here because I may contemplate on painting one of my Alice core Gundams, so that's why I never really bothered for the sticker. Now the reason I'm using this is I do not want to use the dummy spray gun. Now it doesn't have all the utility packs like the one that came in the Merc 1 weapon set, so it doesn't look as hideous. It is still hideous because it just has a gigantic scope over here with no detail, and of course you do have some hollow parts over here. So I don't feel like this is worth using. So if you do have an extra core gun and spray gun, go ahead and use that. So you can just basically slide it into the hand like so. So that's the beam rifle. So the elephant in the room, the fin funnels. So the fin funnels are a little bit of a disappointment. Not really a little bit, like I'm underestimating there, but it is a major disappointment to me. Like, not because of the fact that 4 of them are fake, but the fact that you cannot create a fully functional set of fin funnels with what you get straight out of the box. Like, of course, let's take a look at the good points first. Now the first good point is the backpack right here, because the backpack over here is like symmetrical, so you can put on the mounting unit onto the side over here. So if you get another set of fake new weapons, you can create a double fin funnel set. And I'm going to be posting 2 photos right on the screen right now to display that yes, you can build the fin funnel set in the opposite direction. So you can definitely go ahead and create a twin fin funnel type fake new Gundam if that's what you fancy. But then you will have 2/3 of the fin funnels are going to be fake, so it's a moot point to me. But if you fancy that type of stuff, go ahead. And now let's talk about the fin funnels themselves. The fin funnels, only 2 of them are real. And of course you do have this ugly detail right here, which does actually provide you with a port to mount the fin funnels. Of course you do have a double hinge on each of the fins onto the Ashen base. So this is one of the Ashen bases that I ripped off of the Eurofin Gundam. And yeah, you can display the fin funnels flying around separately. Now of course it's a little bit hard to get the joints to work with you, just like the original new Gundam, but then again, eventually you'll get the fin funnels flying around. But then again, some of you may not have watched the unboxing, so let me say it here again. You cannot create a full set of fin funnels with what you get in the box because the peg layout is different. Now luckily for you guys, the clips on this specific fin funnel is pegged onto the gray piece. Maybe replacing the white piece is the only thing you need to do. But speaking of which, you will need a way to connect them to the backpack, don't you? This is where the disappointment comes in, because not only is the peg layout completely different, the two panels for mounting the fin funnels onto the backpack are joined together. And not only that, they're dummies. To mount this on is basically like a slide down lock, so you can mount it onto the first or second funnel. But then again, why would you join it? Like, if you provided us with a separate option, I don't mind a little bit of modification, but then it's joined. It is freaking joined. So I do not understand why Bandai actually went with that decision. And yeah, even though you get 3 of these sets, you will not be able to create a fully functioning fin funnel set without major modifications. So straight builders, you are crap out of luck. Oh, and by the way, this kit does come with extra hands in the back. So for some reason you ran into issues with your original Alice Core Gundam hands, here are some extra. So that's gonna wrap it up for the accessories of the fake new Gundam. Now for comparisons, first of all, let's bring in the Alice Earth 3 Gundam right here, just for a comparison. Now, looks-wise, the new Gundam is my favorite, but functional-wise, the Alice Earth 3 Gundam takes the cake. And next up, let's bring in the real new Gundam. So let me adjust the shield, and here you go. So which one is your favorite? And of course, I'm going to be playing a slideshow of all the other core Gundams put beside the fake new Gundam while delivering my verdict. So I'm going to throw in one bonus in there. It is going to be the Core Gundam 2 with the fake new armor on. Now, keep in mind that the V-fin can actually be mounted onto the Core Gundam's head if you take off the jewel and also the V-fin. So what's the rundown for this kit? Now, the unit, I will give it a 6 out of 10. I love the redesign and I also like the asymmetrical design, so that's props to the mecha designers. Now, the weapons, I will only give it a 4 out of 10 because it is sorely disappointing to even lack the ability to create a fully functional set of fin funnels right out of the box, so mods are needed. But overall, I will give both sets a 5 out of 10. Now, whether or not I would recommend this thing is just up to you guys, because it's not really too glamorous when it comes to functions, yet it is not too bad to just have it just sitting on your shelf, because it is definitely a nice looking Gundam. Now of course you will need to buy an extra Alice Earth 3 Gundam if you want both the Earth 3 and the new Gundam to be displayed side by side, but that's just another story. So overall, whether or not I would recommend this thing, it's up to you. So that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more Gunpla reviews, Gunpla news, and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to the featured channels of my channel page if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.